Welcome back to another episode of how to use your iPad as a computer replacement. Today I'm going to go over some keyboard shortcuts that you can use to quickly format and edit text. Now these tips work in any document, anywhere where you have a blinking cursor, whether it's the Notepad or Microsoft Word or Apple Pages or Google Docs or anything. So today I'm going to quickly open up a document. We're going to go through a couple things. If you saw my last video, you saw that I went over some keyboard shortcuts on navigating your way around your iPad, such as what I just did now. Hit the Command spacebar to bring up a search, and I'm going to click on Slides. And I created a little quick PowerPoint, it's a Google Docs slide. Some notes for this last two presentations. But in this presentation, I'm going to show you how to work with text. So you notice again, there's no mouse, unfortunately. So your finger is the mouse on an iPad. And it's not always easy to navigate, and especially some apps are better than others. And highlighting text with your finger, it can be a little bit challenging. So the more keyboard commands that you can learn, the quicker and easier it will be for you to get around and use an iPad without a mouse. So the first thing I want to show you is bring your attention to Computing 101, that little vertical blinking line. That's called the cursor. And I like to say the cursor is the magic. And where the cursor is, that's where the text shows up. Okay? So to move the cursor around, you can use your keyboard. If you have a keyboard, you can use your arrow keys, okay, just like a computer. Everybody knows that, right? So putting your cursor where you want it to be when you want to highlight something, that's the first step. And then the shift key on the keyboard is the key that's used to select, to highlight things. So if I hold down the shift key and I hit the right arrow, it's going to start highlighting one character at a time to the right, because I'm hitting the right arrow. Okay, see how that works? So that's the highlighting. That's one way of highlighting something. Another way is by holding down the option, I believe it's option shift. If you do that, it highlights one word at a time. Isn't that neat? That's really fast. And I think if it thinks it's control shift, yeah, highlights the entire line at a time. Okay? So you have a shift arrow, one letter, option shift, one word at a time, or control shift, an entire line at a time. Okay? The same commands work when you're going down. I can hold the shift key down, hit the down arrow, and it's going to highlight downwards, one line at a time. Isn't that fast? So that's really good. So learn these keyboard shortcuts. Now, I was using the shift key to highlight stuff, but I just wanted to point out you can actually move your cursor around by not holding down the shift key and using those same commands. So, for example, option right click jumps the cursor one word at a time, and control right arrow jumps the cursor all the way to the end of the line. Okay, so just like when you hold down the shift key. So these are keyboard shortcuts that are golden. So I really encourage you to learn and practice these, because again, it's a lot faster than trying to point and click and do it by hand. And unfortunately, we don't have a mouse. I hope that one day Apple will implement the ability to use a mouse on an iPad. That would be wonderful. But until then, we have to work with what we have, and keyboard shortcuts really help a lot. So I hope you found this short video helpful, and stay tuned until next time, where I share more tips. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.